Okay, so we got her set up on a bus simulator, and she's doing. She's going to start off this morning with school bus. Later, we're going to put her on a transit bus. This weekend, she was actually training. She trained the whole weekend on the transit bus. And so, if you're coming to us for driver training, whatever it is that you intend to learn to drive or intend to improve on driving, we're going to give you a combination of those type of vehicles. For instance, if it's a bus, if you're coming for bus training, we're going to put you on school bus, we're going to put you on transit bus, and we're going to put you on motor coach. Because oftentimes, when a person learns how to drive one type of bus, you assume that they can drive all buses, but that's not true. A transit bus is totally different than a school bus, and a school bus is totally different than a transit bus. And also, all of these, all the buses are different. Motor coach is totally different from a transit bus. So just because you can operate one, don't mean that you can operate all of them. So, but in our program, through the wonderful world of simulation training, instead of us going out having to purchase all of these different types of buses and trucks and cars and all that kind of stuff, we can just get it done through simulators. Okay, so what you guys are hearing now is the low air pressure warning light, buzzer, right? It's on, letting you know not to move that bus or not to attempt to release the park brake valves, because the air pressure has to build up where? Between 120 to 140 psi's. Also, the unique thing about this simulator, it gives you a lot of accuracy when it comes to things that you need to have when it comes to different parts on the bus. Like, for instance, let's see here, the stop sign. Yeah. So you need to know how to deploy the stop sign, how to open up the doors. This simulates door opening, closing. This one here simulates the stop sign coming out. And the other one is the flashing lights or whatnot. I'll go over to the console so you can see basically what we're looking at. Let's see here. All right, let's see what the instructor is looking at on the console here. So you see the caution lights are flashing. Also, your stop sign has been deployed. And you see your lights in the front. So you see in this particular scenario how everybody has come to a dead halt because they know not to pass that bus if that stop sign is deployed out. So have a lot of different features. Our simulators are motion-based simulators. Real working air brakes. Actual working air brakes, horns, everything works, wipers, headlamps. Also, like I was saying earlier on one of my previous videos, we talk about how to use the new state-of-the-art auto shift transmission. How to use these auto shift transmissions are very, very important, because you can go from the automatic mode to the manual mode, right? And then you either raise the gears or add the gears, or you lower the gears. And it also has a jake brake function. So you've got so many different functions. You've got the one automatic manual function. Then you got the gear change function, which is 2. And then you have the engine brake function, which is 3. And you have the gear shift drive or reverse function. So there's 4 different functions on this auto shift. A lot of truck drivers are having really tough times because you guys are coming down those mountains with this auto shift transmission in the fully automatic mode, because a lot of you have never been trained on how to actually put this thing in the manual mode, how to actually shift it into the manual mode before you start down that mountain. Once you start down that mountain and you have not shifted this transmission into the manual mode, it's going to be in the fully automatic mode. So the only thing you have to rely on is your engine brake. And if you don't know how to operate it, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And you should be able to know how to put it in the manual mode so you can manually shift the gears up or manually shift the gears down. So you guys need to come over to us, to KBC Transport, to get a refresher training on how to use this. I can actually put you on a mountain and let you come down a steep grade mountain and get proficient when it comes to using this. Because if you got 40,000 plus pounds on the back of that truck, you need to know how to utilize this auto shift transmission device, okay? All right, and for those of you that are really not very, very good or want to get rid of the automatic restrictions and want to get to either 13 speed or just regular 10 speed, you can give us a shout out too. Go to our website, kbctransporttraining.com, and there's a place where you register for training. Somebody will give you a call and get you all set up to come in for a consultation over the phone, and then let you know what it's going to take to get you trained up or whatnot. Teach you how to use that clutch down there, yeah. Teach you how to use that clutch. And it's not hard, double clutch. Double clutching is not hard to learn. As a matter of fact, we actually have a shift training program right here where it teaches you how to go from one gear to the next, to the next gear, to the next gear, range selector up, and then now you're in 6th gear. Now you're in 7th gear, going to 8th, 9th, and then 10th. So tomorrow's video that we're going to load up today, we're going to do a lot of automatic stuff. Tomorrow we will load up some manual transmission training, because I do have a student that for the first time is going to be learning how to shift. And so we're going to be taking them through this shift pattern exercise. And from there, we actually put them back on the, back into the screen. We turn the screen back on, and that's just the motion base, just going up and down. So that, it's just recalibrating itself, going up and down. So, and like I say, when we finish teaching you how to shift according to the numbers, that's teaching you how to actually use your RPM gauge, right? Using your miles per hour gauge, and what else? Using the governor, because the 3 safe shifting tools that you need to learn to operate is the RPM gauge, your miles per hour gauge. Your RPM gauge tells you when to shift. Your miles per hour gauge tells you what gear you should be in. For instance, if I'm looking at my MPH gauge and it says 25, if I add those numbers together, 2 and 5 is 7. If I add 15, 1 and 5 together, that's 6th gear. 2 and 5 is 7th gear. 3 and 5 is 8th gear. 4 and 5, 9th gear. 5 and 5, I should be 10th gear and above, right? It's just very, very basic understanding. And then, like I say, your RPM gauge is going to tell you when to shift, 12 to 13 to 1500 RPMs. Your miles per hour gauge is going to remind you of what gear you need to be in. And also your governor. You need to know when the governor is cutting out. When your engine speed governor, not the governor for the air compressor, but the engine speed governor. So, but anyway, we're going to be going over some basic stuff like that today. We're going to be taking you guys on a ride with us as we get a few students trained today. So, should be real interesting. So, you know what I need for you guys to hit that subscribe button. I need you to turn on the post notifications and also ring that bell. Ring that bell and let me know that this is the type of programming and training that you guys are interested in, so I can, give you more of the same and some different variety of training. All right, my screen is blank. Let me see if I can flip this thing around real quick.